If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. In addition to that, Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many other platforms. Why not check it out today? Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Good day, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I like to greet you properly depending on what time you are listening to this. So, after, receiving the news that we've all received in regard to the current days that we live in, with the tragic, death of those children lost, and just being a parent, being an aunt, being an ex-student myself, I just felt the need to say something. I'm like, there is hope through this whole story. However, it's very tragic, and it's just the beginning, honestly. Yeah, we've been seeing this happen. We've seen mass shootings. We've seen a lot of, issues take place in our life. However, this is just the beginning. I'm a Bible believer and I believe in prophecy, and this is just the beginning. Our Father shared with us that these times were going to be amongst us and we're going to live to see them. Some of us. There's going to be a generation that experiences the most bloodshed ever. However, this message was not to talk about doom. It was to talk about how are you going to handle this situation. This is for that parent, mother, father, or it could be for an aunt, uncle, grandfather, grandmother, godmother, godfather that takes care of children. Now your children are put in a position to where they've seen the news. If they haven't seen the news, somebody shared it with them, and now they're going to school in fear. You as their provider, you as their, covering, how are you going to help this child get through this? My suggestion is, because of the faith that I walk by, and the practices that I have and what the Ruach has directed me to share, is that it's time for you to get before your Creator and walk by faith and not by fear. I'm not going to direct you with all of the directions, because this is a message to those that are in the kingdom, that are Bible believers, that trust their word, believe in prophecy, and believe in parables. This message is urgent. What are you going to do now that your children are walking in fear? Are you going to protect them? Are you going to change their schedule? Are you going to prepare? Because we don't know, this could be your child's school next. Yes, we're going to continue to pray that Father protect our children. However, our word directs us to move wisely. Our word prepares us to prepare. So, He's given us the warning. He's shown us day after day, time after time, that we need to take care of our children, or get them in a position to where they are not in fear. So, I can't tell you how to do that. However, I can direct you to your word, and you allow your relationship that you have with the Father and through the Ruach HaKodesh to lead you. Those that don't know what that is the Holy Spirit. As I shared with you before, I am here to encourage you. I am here for us to win together. I say this because I'm a mother. I'm a single mother. And I am devastated, and my heart aches for those parents because they did what they normally do, which a lot of us normally do. And their children were sacrificed in whatever is going on in this world. Whether it be the acts of mad men, the reaction to different substances, the atmosphere of changing far as going digital from the natural, just so many changes that a lot of people are experiencing. And then I saw a glimpse of the shooting, but I didn't want to marinate in it too long. However, what I did see was that the shooter was young too. So we must pray for the minds of our, mid-teens to, adults. Let's not forget about those that are committing the sin, because they are made out of people too. And we must remember that we got to pray for them and their family as well. And pray for the mind of someone that you may see may carry the spirit of the shooter. So it's a constant thing to stay in relationship with the Father by listening and loving. And they go hand in hand. But I said I'm on here just to give this message of encouragement that we as believers, we have a hope to lean not to our own understanding, to know that we don't have to understand the mysteries of the world. He gave us a relationship with Him so that by faith, we don't have to worry about any of that. We know that He loves us. We know that the thing that just happened has nothing to do with our Creator, but somehow, believe it or not, our Creator is going to be questioned in all of this. But we that believe His word, the power and the prophecy, we understand that He gives us direction on how to be protected from those types of situations. Now, sometimes we could be there because we are just a sacrifice. Again, the things that cannot be understood, I leave in my Father's hand, and I choose not to try to even digest or try to explain. But I say this to you as a parent, now that these things have happened, you as an aunt, you as an uncle, you as a grandfather or grandmother, what are you going to do to protect your child? How are you going to handle this? Are you going to worry? Are you going to stress? Or by faith, are you going to trust that the Creator is going to give you the wisdom and the guidance to protect your child? Because in His word, He is our protector. I always call our Creator the Father, because Psalms 103:13 says, as a father has compassion on his children, so Yah has compassion on His faithful followers. So as you, the parent, trust the Creator, He will guide you on how to protect your children. You guys can't fear out. You guys can't start bugging out. And you guys can't be everywhere with that child. But the word also teaches us to train a child so that he doesn't depart from you. And those that are suffering with children that may be the shooter. I got to speak facts, because we went in together and we all out here to survive. We're not leaning to our own understanding, but we have to understand the world that we live in. You may have a shooter in your house. So make sure that you are training the child according to the word, so that when they're not around you, they're not the one cutting up and or the one being in fear, becoming the victim. Because you want to train your child just as you're learning how to get back in your word, just as you're operating under who God has called you to be. So, I want you to stay encouraged, get in your word, because when I saw that and I heard about it, I was like, man, this aches. This hurts. Here it is. We're getting closer to our Creator, and then we see nothing but bloodshed and death. But He talks about that in His word. So I'm not going to go over that right now because it's time to just, it's time to just relax a little bit. But I want you again to be encouraged, and we're going to continue to pray. My prayer warriors, those that used to be at the prayer meetings, let's start praying again. You don't have to be on the board. You don't have to be running the meeting. Pray. And if you are within the church that you are under a pastor, y'all better get that intercessory ministry under control. It's time to tighten that up, okay? We need our intercessors. Prayer is everything because that's getting things back in order according to the kingdom. And I am not just yelling at you, I am encouraging myself because this right here let me know, as God has been speaking to me through understanding the importance of time management, using the time that I have here in the land of the living to be fulfilled through purpose. And as he continues to share with us who we are in the word, let's not forget about our children. It amazed me because I had posted something on Facebook in regard to praying for children. Like, we don't know. It's back to back. We don't know another one can happen. What you gonna do? It's time to stop playing with your life. It's time to start understanding that it's life or death out here. It's faith over fear out here. So, we went in today. And it ain't Good Mood Monday, but I refuse to not be in a good mood because God's love is that good that he can take all of my cares, all the things that I can't change, all of the things that he knows that I'm capable of changing. However, he gives me the opportunity to trust him through it. I'ma be in a good mood. I woke up today, my baby girl in my room, so there is no need for me to be up in here cranky. And if this reaches those that are in this situation, I pray for your strength. I pray that God heals your heart so that you can forgive the family that did it to you. It's real out here, y'all. And it's time to win. It's time to live on purpose. Because honestly, when you start to live by biblical principles, you do live a world of peace. It's not that cliche peace that the world is trying to provide to us without the Creator's principles. That's like saying, oh yeah, I'm a drive, what is it? I'm a drive a diesel truck with regular gas. It's not going to work because that's not what the manufacturer said to do. But anyway, I'm going off because I'm excited about God's word. I know that those that are following him in spirit and truth, y'all not worried. It's those that are still questioning the power of the Creator, and in this situation that has just happened with some children right now, are going to be saying, oh, how could God let this happen? God said there was going to be bloodshed because there's sin in the land. Let's not deny what was said. Let's stop looking at it as, oh, he's such an evil God. No. He's a patient God. He warned us, if you get rid of his laws, this is what this is what the flesh is going to do. So if we want to be in prevention, let's get in our purpose. Let's start getting in our word like we're supposed to and not make any more excuses. This is to encourage you. I say that in the middle because we don't like to hear these things from the people around us. And I'm going to end this shortly. However, I just had to share this because it's time out for complaining. It's time out for excuses. And it's time out for trying to make conversation about what's not. Okay, once you see what's not, that's what you should be taking care of. Just like me personally, I feel there was not a place for a lot of women to go to that are in a single place. They know that they're wives. They know that they they need a little bit of guidance with what a wife definitely is defined as. However, they're still dating as well, and and they needed to understand, like, all right, well, I'm not a wife yet, but I am a wife because I live according to his word, so that when my husband is there, then I understand what being a wife is to him. So I created a space for that, and it's Single Wives Club. It's singlewivesclub.com. There's a lot of blogs, there's a lot of messages, and I will keep you all up to date to that, those single women. But I say that for those that are still trying to find their purpose. Don't be looking at nobody else to try to find your purpose. Get in your word, and God will show you who you are. If you want to know who you are, ask your creator. Can't nobody tell you who you are like he can. Now, he will come behind that and use others to confirm it in you. However, he's your creator, so he gonna show you who you are. It's up to you to believe it. But I'm about to get started, and I need to calm down. But if you're not in a good mood, again, I hope that you get in a good mood now. It's not too late, and I hope you smile around somebody. That might be the only smile they see today. Okay? If you are going to walk by faith and not by sight, and you're going to live under kingdom principles, then you should be living. All right? So, I say all that to say, I hope that you are having a good day on purpose. Good day.